Hi everyone, welcome back to yet another session from Cyber Preserve. But today's session is not yet another. Today's session is very, very special to us. Why? Because we have a very special guest today with us. She's quite young, she's quite talented, but she's much more than you know. Today we are having a guest who's the recent recipient of Pradhan Mantri Bal Rashtriya Puraskar. At the same time, she has been facilitated by Satya Nadella for her hard work. But what's that hard work is? So, in order to know that better, we have our very special guest, Namya Joshi, with us. Namya is the young innovator. She has been the recipient of many prestigious awards, included, as I said, Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar, and that too quite recently in January 2021. And Namya has been working quite actively in the area of generating awareness around gamification, introducing innovation in our classrooms, and certainly moving away from our boring traditional classroom sessions where students are learning via text, via just like teacher is using the whiteboard, teacher is using the blackboard. But yes, just like moving away from our traditional arena of learning, Namya came up with something new. She came up with something quite innovative. And to tell us more about that, let me introduce you. Let me please welcome Namya Joshi with us. Welcome, Namya. We are so glad to have you today.
Thank
And
you so much, Asta. I'm very happy to be here.
And now the stage is all yours. And for our audience, for our participants, Namya is going to talk about gamification. She's going to talk about how through gamification, we can change our whole learning process, how we can make our learning process more engaging, and how she became a pro in that. She is actually the wizard of Minecraft. So Namya, the stage is all yours and you can take up the stage, start with your session. And at the end of the session, we will be hosting a Q&A where you can ask questions to Namya about anything about Minecraft, about how she works, what she's doing. So whatever you need to talk about and ask, you may ask it at the end of this session. So Namya, the stage is yours. Go ahead and start.
Thank you so much, Asta. I'll just start sharing my screen. Okay, so I hope it is visible.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start. I'll just take this to slideshow. So, hi everybody, I'm Namya Joshi and I'm currently studying in grade 9 in Satpal Middle School, Ludhiana, Punjab in India. So, people call me a Minecraft whiz, as Asta told you, that I've been creating many educational lessons in Minecraft to make learning more fun and engaging in the classrooms and shaping the normal classrooms to a fun and more engaging classroom. So today I'm going to present on how we can use gamification via Minecraft. So let's start. Now, the first thing that I must tell you before going on to Minecraft is why game-based learning more important than normal learning. So the first thing is like it has deeper classroom engagement and interaction because when we are studying via text, it is just the teacher is reading and we are listening. But when we have game-based learning, we are able to see what the teacher is trying to show us. And that's when we get curious and we can ask the teacher that I do not understand this and what is the purpose of you building the structure like this. So that's when we go deeper and we have more interaction. Second is understanding about abstract and difficult concepts. So many concepts cannot be understood by just rote learning. Because if I tell you me, I'm not a rote learner because I understand by concepts. So if I'm not able to understand any concept that is difficult, I always prefer visual learning by making mind maps or going through some visual videos or using Minecraft. So that's when it can help you to understand about difficult concepts. Next is discovering and learning. When we have text learning, we don't discover, we just learn, but that also, it gets boring sometimes. But when we are learning through game-based era, we have more of discovering, as the teacher might just say that, okay, go back and see how games are used for this concept. So you go down on your laptop or your device and then you search that how was this started and what was the era of the history period. That's when you can discover and then you learn. Next is object modeling, and it can work with the help of Android and iOS phones as well, and of course your laptops as well. Now, we all love to play games, and I'm sure you will all agree with me on this, because if I give you an option like, okay, go play games, or on mobile, or like go play games outside, or just study for the entire day, obviously you would choose to play games than studying for the entire day. But it is important to study, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but everybody loves to play games because that helps you to relax yourself and also have a break from the monotonous routine. So here is we have games for fun, because now if we come to the next thing, that is game-based learning. Now that's how it starts, is we have games for fun. Then we have game-based learning for education. So you can see this text here that play is our brain's favorite way of learning. Play is our brain's favorite way of learning because like our brain just thinks that we want to play every time. But then you can rule over your brain, and you can try to say that I want to learn while playing, and then your brain will understand that and you start learning while playing, by not just reading but seeing and playing. So that's how it comes from games to gamification in education. Now, let's come on the main topic that we're here to discuss today is Minecraft. So, I believe that Minecraft is able to support the SDG goal number 4, quality education, because education impacts on the whole material and spiritual life of a human being. And therefore, we should improve the quality of education that motivates the development of a country. And also, if it's an SDG goal, it helps you to fulfill the needs of the SDG goal as well. So in my school, Minecraft is being used in all parts of the lesson plan structure, be introduction, development, summation, evaluation, or reflection. Now let me give you some examples. So first comes introduction. So probably the teacher has to introduce the concept of states of matter. So she will not just say that, okay, we have solid, liquid, and gas. She will show like probably a solid, a liquid, or a gas. You can show gas obviously, but probably a pictorial of the gas. But now that can be used in Minecraft, because the teachers used to show like some solid things found in Minecraft, some liquids found in Minecraft, and some gases found in Minecraft. And that helped the child to understand that how states of matter really are. Next is the development. So here I can talk about like probably the biology, respiratory system. So we know about like respiratory system, but now I want to show that what exactly it is made up of. So instead of just reading the diagram in the book, I create like a roller coaster ride wherein I'm going through all the organs of the respiratory system, understanding how it works and what is it doing inside, and that's where I understand clearly. Next is summation. So I just want to clear the topic out. So I create like a small overview of whatever we did in a chapter. That's how our teachers have used the first three things. Now, personally, my favorite is the evaluation and reflection. So, in many schools, I must say in almost all schools, the evaluation is just like you have tests. You're supposed to write the things down and submit it, or you have a quiz, teacher gives you MCQs and you do it. But evaluation can also be done in a more creative way. That's when you tell the child, here's your Minecraft, open it and build whatever you learned. Isn't that very interesting? That teacher is not giving you any burden that, okay, give the test to me by 1 o'clock, 1 p.m., and then you can leave. No, she's saying that take whatever time you want and build whatever you learned, and let me see what you understood. And that's when the child gets the urge to learn and also to make, because he's happy and not just doing for the sake of giving the test, but doing because he wants to do it as he loves to play the game. And so on, it goes on reflection. Now, some question might be arising in your mind that why only Minecraft and why not anything else? I make it clear that it's not only Minecraft. You can use any game or any application that you believe can make a change in the classroom in a positive way. Now, why I use Minecraft and why Minecraft is being used in many schools now is because of the following reasons. The first is student engagement. Now, it can help to engage students more than they were engaging before because, like I said about deeper classroom engagement, they intend to ask more questions, become more curious. That's when we have collaboration between students and teachers. Also, like if you're sitting in a group, you are supposed to make some project. That's where you have collaboration with your friends and your peers. A third and personally my favorite is creative exploration that helps you to think creatively and pour out all your ideas, think from different perspectives, and not just like going to one direction, but going in all directions and then creating what you want. And lastly, it gives our student centered outcomes. That's where we create like lessons. Whatever we learned in the book, we do that in the Minecraft and any other application. Now, let me show you how we can teach with Minecraft. So the first thing is why using Minecraft. Like I told you the four things, let's go more deeper in that. Engagement, check. Next is relevance. So relevance is where you see that how is the thing relevant in real life? Where is it being used? We can have a physics concept here that I read it, but how is it like used in a real life situation? That's when you use Minecraft for uh, showing that this concept is relevant and it works. Classroom extension and digital citizenship. And don't worry, I'm also going to be showing you how Minecraft depicts digital citizenship as I have created a lesson which I'll be showing it to you in a few minutes. We have creativity, we have differentiation. Next is self motivation and independence. So, herein, you don't have to be dependent upon anybody for learning. When you have Minecraft or any application that you love to do, you just open it, you explore the lessons, and then you are motivated that yes, I understood without anybody helping me out. Next is collaboration and deep learning. Let's move on. Next slide. Now, these are some of the lessons that I have built with Minecraft. In English, we have Harry Potter, that's a magical world of books in literature. Mathematics, area and volume. History, epic Ramayana. Geography, countries who play cricket. Science, states of matter in chemistry. And respiratory system in biology. Art, we have Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Computer science, cybersecurity, and etiquette. And many other worlds. These were some of the glances that I gave you of the worlds that I've created. So as a student, I believe that when you teach students skills, any skill, they last a lifetime. So it can be any, but what I believe, which are the most important skills, are the four C's: creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, and communication. Now, how? First is creativity. So we that gives you student centered learning and teaching. So we can have like open-ended challenges about probably creative to storytelling. So I went in my room and I saw dot dot dot. That's where you have creativity and you think with your own imagination and weave a beautiful story. Next is critical thinking. So this is where you think from different angles. Creativity also has that, but here is where you imply that into a deeper level. So like you have real world scenarios, mostly like redesigning your school or redesigning your garden. Next is communication. So this is where we have the social and emotional learning, hashtag self, wherein you communicate with the person, share thoughts with them, be empathetic, your ideas and creations, and take their feedbacks. And lastly, we have communication, wherein if you work in team, you communicate with them, you collaborate with them, and make the thing that is required by you to make. So now, before I move on to the end, I'm going to show you a few words that I've created. So let's see the first one, that is cybersecurity and etiquette. So let's start by jumping into it. I go down, very flashy, waterfall. So I feel that if we create some lesson in a very interesting way or in a gamified way, it becomes very interactive for the child to understand. Because if it will be just even Minecraft, if it will be just text and learning, they might get bored. But when you also have like game in it, they're supposed to go collect some coins, you get the diamonds. That's when they understand and also play. That's how I've created this world. It's form of a hidden house. So let's start by seeing there's like a suspicious person standing here. Let's see. Oh, it's a hacker. Let's see. Ha 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 ha. Today I'll hack the password of of this hidden house and will steal many things. Well, you shouldn't do that. That's not good. But we can stop him. So I'm gonna hack. He's hacked the password. Yes, he did. So let's move inside. Um, Actually, the door closed before I entered. So I'm gonna enter now. And the mission is accomplished. Well, not yet. So here is like the hidden house where he can steal as many things as he wants. Now that's I relate that to cybersecurity and cyber safety. So now I have given you an example that was hacking. So let us understand that how cyber safety can be hacked and how we can secure ourselves. Let us continue. So we enter, and these are major threats on internet for users: malware, phishing, spamming, cyberbullying, and identity theft. Now, very interesting way to understand. Let's start. Malware. We enter inside, we have a very spooky era. Reminds me of Halloween, though it passed a few months ago. Malware. And downloaded pirated content from social networking sites, fake antivirus softwares, and web attacks. I can come from major sites browsed from Bollywood songs, wallpapers, games, and screensavers, mobile ringtones, and mobile applications. Well, you're a bit scary, but I do have anti-malware with me, don't worry. So I'm anti-malware, a software I'm made to prevent from malicious software or malware. I will not allow you to infect the computer systems or electronic devices. My Kins, AVG, Bitdefender, Trend Micro, Spybot will kill your family members of viruses, Trojan horses, worms, spyware, and keylogger programs, and many more things. We won't go into that right now. You can read that. So we have like a fight between malware and anti-malware, but obviously anti-malware will win. So I click here and I get my reward. One of the precious things in Minecraft, diamond. I can go get my diamond gear after I finish this. Next is fishing. So we can see some fishes here. So probably we might not be having fishing here. Probably we have a fishing, not PH fishing. But I think we are food. Hey, we've not come here for fishing. We have come here for fishing, rather. Ha ha ha, you are gone. I'm fishing a fraud. I will attempt to obtain sensitive information such as usernames, passwords, and credit card details by disguising as a trustworthy identity in electronic communication. Oh, that's not good. But if you want to be anti phishing, you should keep informed about phishing techniques. Think before you click. That's what I keep in my mind every time. Install an anti-phishing toolbar, check your online account regularly, and keep your browser up to date. And then phishing will die and anti-phishing will win. And these fishes will be safe forever. Next we have entered, I don't know, okay, we have spamming. Hey now ma'am, there's an email from SBI at doctor.com. You have won 1 million US dollars. Are you serious? Just click on submit and enter your personal details. Send this message to 10 friends and you will be always happy. I don't trust you. If you will delete this message, unluck will hover you forever. You are a lucky winner. I don't think so. Hey, this email is message is spam. I will neither open such an email nor forward this to anyone. Just mark such emails as spam and block these senders forever. You are safe. So, bye. And that's how now I'm safe from the spamming room and I get my reward. Yes, another diamond. I just need a few more to get my gear. Let's move on. Let's see what we have next. Okay, so we have William. He's crying. My account is hacked. Somebody is threatening me and is writing bad about me. He's even knowing about my identity and is telling others about it. Somebody, please help me. Okay, we have anti-cyberbullying. Do not worry. Tell your parents about this and they will surely help you. From next time, never share details online with anyone you do not know so that you should not suffer the situation. Okay, so I think we'll have understood and you understood this as well. So that's how I created the small world when I was in the 6th grade and now I'm in 9th. So I've currently created a world about digital citizenship, which is approved by the DIGCIT which is a company in USA that works upon digital citizenship. So let me show you what I've built in the lesson. I'll just close this wall and open that. And personally talking about this is the world that has now become my personal favorite, with one more world that's Harry Potter, which is all-time favorite, because this is but now this is also one of my favorite, and I hope you'll like it. So let's just wait for it to open. And I think it has opened. Yes. Just a second. Yes. So in the famous Tom and Jerry series, you've seen Tom always chasing Jerry, and I'm sure you all will agree with me on that. During this COVID-19, I would say Jerry is just like a test, and Tom is a student finding all the excuses to not give the test. Now, just imagine Jerry running after Tom. That's very hilarious. And now Tom is hiding himself into the nooks, and let's view my Rube Goldberg machine, where Jerry teaches Tom a lifelong lesson. Now, talking about what a Rube Goldberg machine is before I go into the details, is just like simple machines working in contraptions, like you have inclined plane, pulley, screw, wedge, and all. So they work as separate, but I've combined them as one machine because they are working together in a sequence to do certain tasks. So let's start by entering the house. Really sorry about that. This is Tom's house. Let's find his room. But I don't think he's here. Let's check this out. Okay, this is Tom's online class. The teacher says exams will be held offline. Let's see what Tom thinks about it. Hey everybody. Hello. I'm not studying at all, and I'm scared if I fail my exams. But I have a plan. I will break my leg, so I don't have to give exams. Follow me. Ha ha ha. Well, if you don't know Tom, you can still give online exams if you broke your leg. You didn't break your hand, but that's okay if you don't know about that. Let's move ahead. Listen the instructions carefully from Jerry. Now that's Jerry. 5 different people. J. Hello there. I see that you want to meet our boss, Mr. Jerry, to break your leg. That you don't have to go to school to get your exams. Okay. You will face a lot of obstacles. I'm ready. I hope you're fully ready. Best of luck. Thank you. The key to meet him is in one of these chests. First, you have to find the key here, and then you can move forward. Think logically and find the key. So we have a number of chests in here. Now about you, some of you who know about Minecraft, if you see you have lots of ender chests and normal chests. Now if you might be knowing about this, that if you place anything in an ender chest, it is found everywhere no matter you keep it here or here. So I opened this ender chest and I found the key. But now I go to a normal chest and probably I placed a boat here. I would not find the boat here. It'll stay only in this chest. So that's where we prefer ender chests in Minecraft in Enderworld. Now, when we go into that, let's go into the main topic that we have to discuss. Let's move forward, and here is where the Rube Goldberg machine starts. Take the minecart from the chest. I already have one, so I'll move ahead from this. I'm going up through the inclined plane. And now I come down, I go down through this water elevator, move forward. Here's where I have the screw, a screw structure that takes me winding down. And that's pretty cool, see? And after I'm coming down, I can move forward. And that's when I come to this room. This is a wedge, and Tom is supposed to move ahead very carefully. If he comes in contact with these wedges, it'll give him instant pain and then he'll die. So I think I did it, and I did get in contact with those. So there's a robot here, and he says that in life we have to make choices. So let's do decision making and choose the correct door out of these three. So I think I'll choose the center one because that looks pretty good, cool to me. I move forward, and yes, I think I made the right decision. Let's move ahead with the bike cart and let's see who that person is. Looks very resembling to Jerry, but let's see. Yes, that's Jerry. Oh, hey, Tom. Ha 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 ha. Usually you're the one catching me to trouble me, and now you're running away from me because of your exam. Well, the tables have turned. Anyways, I can help you to overcome your fear. If you complete these tasks, then you're capable of doing anything. Just believe in yourself. So I click on the tasks, get ready for your first task and move forward. Okay, let's move forward. And that's where my first task starts. I'm going to place the minecart and activate this. Now this is going to push these forward. Okay, 1 second. Yep. Now it's working. It's going to push these forward, and as soon as it comes here, this is going to get activated, which sends a minecart up there. Let's wait for it and get the minecart. Here you go. Now I move forward. Oh, the minecart left without me. It's okay, I'm gonna go. And now I move down through this water elevator again. Just a second. Yeah. And this is ice, so I don't need to walk in here. I automatically walk. And I've completed the first challenge. So the first aspect of citizenship is I am alert. So it asks you that are you alert? Let's see if you are. So I'm gonna go here, and this is a PPT that talks about if you're alert online or not. I am alert. Hi, hola. How to be safe and create safe spaces for others online. So let's take a look on it. First, collaborate with people who don't share your location. So it's like I'm living in India and I have a friend in Canada, so I cannot go to Canada every day and collaborate with her. I can meet online via Zoom or any other like Teams, Google Meet, and Skype. I can meet her and collaborate with her. Next is communicate and empathize with people who have perspectives different from yours. So, like I'm sitting in a debate wherein I am a country and other country is a very opposite country on mine. We both disagree on everything. But then I don't have to become like how the country behaves. I'm going to try to speak out my decision, but in a kind and empathetic way so that we have harmony between each other. That's just an example. Three, curate and create content relevant to real world issues that helps you to work for the issues that are occurring these days and also aware others about it. Reflect and take responsibility for your learning and that of others. Keep on sharing your learning with others and not always keep that to yourself. Fifth, organize your time and tasks to learn independently and leverage digital tools to support and show your learning. So, for me, these are the must be's. Here are some of the do's and don'ts on my list. First is use names. Using a person's name when you respond to his or her postings creates a friendly tone. Like I'm using Twitter, so I can tag a person by using her name and then reply rather than just simply text and reply. That's a little bit rude, so you can tag the person and then reply. Next is read questions and conversational postings carefully to avoid unnecessary confusion. Sometimes we intend to get overexcited or enthralled and just see, okay, very good. And then I reply. Then I come to know, oh, that wasn't for me. It was for somebody else. And then you regret it. So read it carefully and then reply. Compliment your peers when they post strong responses or contribute ideas to the conversation. So you should compliment them when they're doing a good thing and Also, try to be in a positive way, in whichever way you can. Next, ask questions. So if anything is unclear, you should ask. There's no need to be shy, or it's like, what would they think that how I know it all, I cannot ask. But when you ask questions, it also might clear the question of somebody else, wherein you also get the doubt cleared. Next is be considerate. As your peers cannot see your body language or hear the tone of your voice, you need to be respectful and respond instead of reacting. So it cannot be like that. You have to respond the person in a kind way by just not go away over top. That's not a good way to do. And next is to critique the content, not the person. And don't use all caps when writing. It is interpreted as yelling. I know sometimes it's just like because you're very excited, but just normal rules. And now some of the facts. First is building engaging and interactive environment, supportive spaces, supportive environment, and safe spaces. That makes you alert. So you completed the first task. Let's move forward to the next one. So I get the bike card, I go up to this screw structure again. I'm going up, and here I move down. Now I have like mostly think about balance. That which side do I choose? Do I choose the right side or do I choose the left? Do I choose the right side or do I choose the left side? So here when I'm supposed to think that one side takes me to nowhere and one side takes me ahead. So I choose this. Let's see what happens. And yes, I was right. I'm going to press this button and next comes to I am balanced. Let's see if I'm balanced. Now this opens a form. Here for each statement, click the button in the column that best describes you. Answer the following questions that you actually are, rather than the way you should be. And don't worry if any questions seem to go in wrong direction, you can still improve yourself. And when you're finished, you can calculate your score. So these are mostly talking about goal setting, prioritization, managing interruptions, procrastination, and scheduling. Now this is the score interpretation. If you have 15 to 30, that means you're not good enough, you should still work hard. 31 to 45, you're good at some things, but there's still room to improve somewhere else. And next is 46 to 75. Now you're managing your time very efficiently. And the marking is very often 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You do that and you submit. And then you can improve yourself while viewing this form. Also, I have this no more that takes you to this website that is talking about time management activities. So when you read this, that help you to be more time efficient. Moving ahead, we have this. Okay, so I think it's paused. I had been moved. That's okay. I'm gonna activate this again. You can see, wow, this is one of my favorite. So I'm gonna enter the minecart. Moving forward, I'm gonna enter here and place the minecart and move forward. That takes me to the next thing, that is I am engaged. Let's see. Now that takes you to my website. Now I'm just giving you an example about how you can engage yourself and others into various activities. Now that is wherein you conduct free sessions for others, teach them for free, share your knowledge with them, rather than keeping that to yourself. That's how I created a website for myself, wherein I have the homepage that talks about meeting me. You can know about who I am, my achievements, but I'm going to talk about more about the community today. So here I have a blog. So you can create a blog wherein you post whatever you do regularly. Just don't keep it irregular. You post whatever you're doing, no matter how small the thing is, it turns out to be big someday. Next is videos. So I have a YouTube channel called Technocrat NJ, and you can have one as well, wherein you post whatever you're doing and keep on updating others with that. Lessons. So I have Minecraft lessons here as well. So it takes you to a weekly, wherein I have a few beginner lessons right now, but those are a few older. But I'll be posting more soon, so you can get them. And I also have like a podcast, so you could have a podcast where you invite people, learn from them, and make others learn from them as well. So you clear I am engaged. Now I move forward. Do not come in contact with the lasers and here they can hurt you. Don't worry, I would not. And now I have a rocket that takes me up. So I'm gonna get this activated, jump on the rocket and move up. You can see I'm moving up. This is more like a wedge and now it stops. It moves forward. I go down to the water elevator. Moving forward again, I come on the pressure plate. That takes me to the text that is I am informed. Let's see how informed we are. So while you're using any site, you think that this or any information that you got, and you want to check that is relevant or not, these are the few things that you should keep in your mind. First is reading the source reference list. That is this like the right source of what I'm saying? Who is in their network? Who follows them? Do I know this account or is it a new account? Can the information be corroborated from other resources? And do they actually post on tweet on this topic? If so, what have they done in the past posts that they did? And do they fill in more detail or they're just like doing it for fun? What is the age of the account? And beware wary of the recently created accounts by them. And if the source is reliable and you think that they're telling right, then you should believe in it. Otherwise, research yourself. Next task, and I come here. That's again a wedge. I activate it. That's already I'm going to activate it again. Moving forward. The card takes me forward. That's again a wedge. Now I place a mine card and I move forward from this inclined plane again. I go up. It's a slow ride. Just test your patience. No, I'm just joking. I come here and okay, I couldn't explain. Let me tell you what happened. So as soon as I came there, um, there was like there's self contraption that I had built that as soon as I come near that thing, the detector is detected, and you can see the trident here. So that's where the trident goes on these boxes, and that teleports me here. So for the person who doesn't know about Minecraft, I would not explain that. It might be too heavy, but you can just talking about like I am inclusive. That's why I've created this book using Book Creator that is talking about kindness, acceptance, and inclusion, including everybody. Now, this is my inclusion ABCs to A to Z. All means all. Behavior is communication. Choice, be a behavior detective. Everyone starts together. Fair means everyone getting their needs met. Child honoring, growth mindset, independence, joyful learning. Kids can do well if they can. Kids do well if they can. Lead with strengths. Movement breaks. Need based, open mindedness, plans and purpose. Question unexpected behavior why, what, how. Relationship, self regulation, assistive technology like immersive reader, unconditional positive regard, visuals, words make words like William Wordsworth, extra processing time, the power of yet, and zone of proximal development. So that's how like I've created this book. You can check this out. And that's when you become inclusive. Moving forward, the last task is to find where is the last task. That's to find your way. You have to find your way out. So if it's dark, it'll take time, but you can see these. That is your last. That is I am an impactor. So that makes you congratulations. You're finally an impactor. Did sit kids tech for good, and that gives you the certificate about an impactor that you are alert, balanced, engaged, informed, and inclusive, and it is approved by DIDSIT Kids. So I hope you like the lesson, and then Jerry is here to say, I told you you could make it. So I hope you like these lessons that I've built. I can find them on my website soon. Now, I'll just conclude by saying that you can be aware to build competencies and capabilities to make change in the society. So, thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will never be shortened. So, what are you waiting for? Let's join the bandwagon to make this world a better place to live in, wherein each one teach 10 and the journey continues. Thank you so much. You can find me on Twitter at WonderNamya. I'm also on LinkedIn and on my website, namyajoshi.com. You can find wherever you can contact me, except on Instagram because I'm not very active there. Thank you so much. I hope you liked it.
Thank you so much, Namya. That was so amazing. And that was mind blowing. Trust me, that was really, really mind blowing. So tell me one thing. How do you feel about this? Like the change that you brought via games, how do you feel that change in your own learnings? Do you want to share that with the participants and the audience?
Yeah, sure. So I started this like in the fifth grade because I used to see that my friends and me as well, the concepts, like though I used to understand, I used to listen carefully in the classes, but what about the others who aren't very like more into learning? So because that is just because they don't want to see and just read the text because it becomes boring sometimes, and I hope you'll agree with that in me and with me
Yes.
as well at that time. So I used to see my friends just sitting staring at the screen, but nothing is going in here. They're just staring there. That's when it came first in my mind that why not doing something different, because this is not going to go on like in the future. We have to make a change in the learning, not choose it differently, like properly, but bring a little bit change so that it can become more interesting to learn rather than just reading. And another thing that popped up is that we had a workshop conducted for teachers at my school when we had to introduce the teachers about Minecraft. And that's how I came up with this idea about using like educational tool as Minecraft with the educational lessons and then binding it up. And it has helped me in my personal development as well because it helped me to clear my concepts. But whenever like I was unable to understand, I did not call my teacher like, "Hello, ma'am, I cannot understand." And we would the Minecraft words, and that cleared my concepts easily. But I never had many troubles while learning. But my friends who had, they were able to learn easily.
Oh, that's amazing. And I guess you are mentoring people as well, right?
Yeah, I've trained 1,000+ teachers and students around the world till now.
Oh my God, that is mind blowing. I think most of our participants who have joined today, they might want to ask some question or say a hello and hi to you. So I guess now is the time our or like our participants can ask questions as well. So feel free to ask any questions anyone has to Namya.
I have a question. So, hi Namya,
Good
Vishaka here.
evening, ma'am.
Good evening. So, when you mentor people, it's a constant process, right? You have to upgrade yourself also. And with so many things in process, how do you manage time? I would love to know with school and, your own Minecraft and everything. How do you manage time? I think we should take this lessons from you.
Sure, ma'am, I would love to share that. I'll talk about more per time management with this lockdown as in between this lockdown mostly. So in the beginning, I was just like, it's gonna be only for 15 days. I have 15 days free time, I can relax. But then when like the lockdown extended, I thought like it's not just about like I'm attending my classes and sitting there for the entire day. That's when like I started creating a timetable. So it was just like from 9 to 10 this thing, from the my online classes, and then following the timetable. But then I had different timetable for each day, but then it became a little bit monotonous. So that's why I yeah, kept that aside, and I have like a checklist now. So I write the things that I'm supposed to do for the entire day on the checklist, and then tick them off when I'm done at the end of the day. So like I have my classes right now from 9 or 8:30 to 1, and after I'm done with that, I do my homework for about 1 or 2 hours. Then it's done. I like get my other projects done after that. So I'm like managing my time because I love to do what I'm doing, not just because I'm doing for the sake of doing it.
And how many hours a day do you sleep?
I go to bed about like 9:30 or 10. Some days like about it goes to 10:30 if I'm doing some work, but and if it's like I'm in a meeting, then probably late. But I have to go to sleep by 10:30 or 10 because then the morning cycle starts about at 6 o'clock.
Wow, amazing. So nice to know that. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Vishaka, and thank you, Namya. Namya, we have a question from one of the participants in the chat box. Her name is Aarti, and she's mentioning that you are amazing and you're an inspiration to all. And she has a question. So she's asking, I would love to know what you think of your peers. How have they support you, and what do you think is lacking in our society in general that keeps our youngsters from achieving their full potential?
So thank you so much, Aarti, for the question. Um, about my peers. So like earlier, I'll share this truthfully to you. I do have like friends who motivate me, but like there are some people who always like try to pull you down. So when I was like in sixth grade, I used to get sad at that time that they're trying to pull me down and they're trying to say you're doing a wrong thing. But then like from my mother's motto, that's never give up. That's when I started to realize that if somebody's trying to pull you down, just think why. Now that why can be a positive and a negative as well. The positive can be that you're doing it wrong, just try thinking upon it and then move on. The negative can be no, just leave it, you're not doing it right. Now that's all on the face. So I don't think about it more, because the thing I have believed in now from a few years is that the only person who believes in you and wants good for you is your family. Rest people, you must have good friends. I do have good friends, but the people who try to pull you down, you should not think and get influenced by them. Have positive people around you so that they can help you to move on. Now, if I talk about like general awareness and in a society about youngsters, is mostly that they do not follow their passion. And if they follow their passion, they should keep positive people around them and have positivity. Now, if you also have like negativity, just try to get positivity out of it. And then you will follow a passion. Even if you have like negative, that changes to positive. So that's how you can follow your passion and do whatever you love to do. Just don't think what others will think about you. It's only like what you love to do is what you're supposed to do and not what others want you to do.
Namya, that's incredible. You just mentioned something that we are still learning. I think you learned some of the important values, I think, from a very young age, and thanks to your mother. So I think most of the time when you're meeting people and they're appreciating you, I think one of the strongest pillars you have is your family. So today I would like to thank your family as well, because I think without their support where you have been, it was possible, of course, but yes, they have made it easy for you. And the thing you mentioned about positivity, that's quite true, because positivity is something we are often looking for. And when we are more inclined towards negative stuff, I think to get out of them becomes then more tough. And it's good to each time out of negativity, like immediately come out of it, immediately think something positive and come out of it. And that is the motivation that keeps us going. And you have literally shared something that all of us are trying to achieve, trying to learn. And I think we have one of our participants, Nehal, with us, and Nehal has her daughter with her. Hi, Nehal. Would you like to say hi to Namya?
Hi. Hi, Namya.
Hi.
Say hi, Katie.
Hi.
Hi.
She like to join your session, so she's listening and see how you build this Minecraft game.
Thank you so much for joining. It's good to meet you.
Join her for our sessions. Namya invited to. Neil, I'll share her email ID. Namya invited.
Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
yes, sure. I would love to.
Anyone else?
My son maybe likes you, like how you can do it. He maybe learn how you can programming that in Minecraft thing.
Thank you so much.
Namya, you have new friends and I think new people to mentor now. They love you.
Yes, I love to do that. That's my passion.
We have a message from Dhaval as well. So he said that you did a great job in bringing fun to cybersecurity as well. Okay, so we have another question from one of the participants, and they are mentioning, I think you are 15 or under 15. So
Yeah,
what
I'm 14 right
are
now.
your future aspirations?
So I gonna continue keep on sharing my knowledge, and I'm also thinking about starting my own startup that's about creating an esports and gaming environment in education, not just gaming for fun, but for learning. So that's when we have education systems of all around the world on one platform. When I provide sessions not only for Minecraft but different games at the same place, doing various activities as well.
That's awesome. You are a young star. So if anybody has any other questions, we are happy to take that. Otherwise, we can conclude our session. And I think that's it. Like today we had a really, really good session. And I think audience really enjoyed you, Namya. And we are so pleased to have you today. So
Thank you
just
so
a
much.
last call for every participant, if you wish to ask any question from Namya. Do we have anything in the chat box? No, that's just a voting for you in the chat box. They are placing Namya for president.
No, I thank you so much, but I don't want to become the president.
No, that's so good. So thank you so much, Namya, for joining us today, and everyone who joined us for this session. Thank you so much. And we'll continue to bring more such innovative session, but this session was very close to us because Namya was there with us, and Namya will continue to bring you on our channel or quite often now. So design more games, and we are happy to host you more, and we're there to support you and give lots of love to your family as well. And thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Thank you.